There's a lot of people that are struggling with mental fatigue, emotional fatigue and physical fatigue, and I find as you get older you've really got to be intentional about obviously looking after yourself and your health and your well-being. So I thought this week in the vlog I'd like to look at how to refuel and refresh yourself. The tailing. It's hectic out there. Really hoping I don't die. I want to begin by saying that it's obvious that everyone's different, and what works for me doesn't necessarily work for you, but there are 4 basic ways I would say that you could refuel yourself and refill yourself so you're not always exhausted, you're not running on empty. That's why understanding yourself is probably one of the greatest things you can ever do in your life. What makes you tick, what drives you, what helps you to rest and to calm down. It's probably one of the best things you can ever do is have self-awareness. If you want to do a personality test, there's lots on the internet. I highly recommend just finding one and doing one. I know Jordan Peterson's, I think, just released one. And there's apps out there, but I highly recommend it because it just locates you. They say you can't leave where you are until you know where you are, and that's exactly what a temperament test or a personality test does, is it locates you. And it's kind of like one of those maps at a shopping center. You see it, you need to get somewhere, but you need to know where you are first. And that's so true for refreshing yourself and refueling yourself. You need to get where you are, but you need to know where you are first before you can get there. So once you found where you are, you can find out the best way to get to where you need to go. In this analogy, food court, so you can refuel and rest, and because we're all made different, and so the way that I get there is different to the way that you get there, and so that's why it's important to understand the way you are made. So there's 4 basic ways to re-energize or refuel yourself. You could use one of these, or you might need 2 or 3 of these things. But it's not limited to these, but these should definitely help you. So one of the ways is time alone. Normally it's someone who's a bit more of an introvert. They just need to be away from people. Probably an hour a day, and that will really help them to refresh, because normally people just exhaust them and drain them. Okay, another thing that can refresh someone is a goal. You need a new goal because you're someone that gets bored easily, and normally you need something to get you motivated, get you driven, and so a new goal, something with significance, something with importance, will help you re-energize and refuel yourself. I think it's worth mentioning that I've learned if you're sad, tired, lonely or hungry, you're probably about to do something you're going to regret. And so that's why it's good to learn to live full and learn to understand what refreshes you so you don't get to that point. Another way to be refreshed is some people actually really need social interaction. It really fills them really helps them, really refreshes them. It's a legitimate need that you have just to be with people. It fills you up and it does you good. It's good to know what works for you, because if you do something else that works for other people, that very thing could actually exhaust you even more, or worse, cause burnout. So for example, if you're an introvert and you normally need time alone, so if you went to Re-Energize and you went to a party or you went to hang out with people, that would just exhaust you even more. But the opposite true is for an extrovert. If they all just spend time alone, probably drive them insane. They need to re-energize by spending time with people. One of the other needs that everyone has is obviously sleep. Sleep's probably one of the greatest things you can ever use to refuel yourself, refresh yourself. If you can get minimum, obviously 6, they say 8. But 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night, that is going to be so beneficial for you. So try and aim for 8 hours sleep a night.